Hello and welcome to the video. And today I'm going to be explaining how to add GoGo Loco to your avatar. If you want to get the GoGo Loco assets, I will have a link in the description that'll give you GoGo Loco Unity package that you can import and use in Unity. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is click on your avatar and look for playable layers and expressions. If you do not have these already, click Enable, Playable Layers, and Enable Expressions. These are the only two you're going to be using for this video, and you don't have to worry about anything else. What you want to do first is see if your avatar is using right default or not using right default. To check this, go to your FX menu. If you do not have an FX menu, click here, look for FX. If you have multiple, look for the FX that is not in VRC SDK. Look for the one that is either in the avatar's name or folder. Double click on that. You want to click on FX. Go to Animator. If you do not have this Animator tab, double click on FX to open up the FX menu. Next, you want to go to Layers, click on any layer you wish, so long as it has these animations. Click on any one of these gray blocks that are on your screen. You are not going to have the same as me. These will be different for me and you. But you want to go to any layer you want, click on any box you want, and look if it has right default enabled or disabled. Here you can see mine is enabled and not disabled. You do not want to untick that. You want to remember, keep it on whatever it is. Go back to scene, go back to your avatar. And now go to your GoGo Loco Unity Pack folder. Double click. Look for what GoGo Loco you want to be using. I'm going to be using Go All. If you are using Go Beyond, there are a few extra steps you need to do, but they're almost exactly the same way to set it up that I will be explaining in this video. If you're going to use Go Simple, much easier, but for this video I'm going to be using Go All as it's a very simple and good package to use. So I'm going to be going into Go All. I'm going to look at these two packages. You're either going to be using Go All Control WD or Go All Control, depending if you have right default enabled or disabled. If you have right default disabled, use Go All Controller without the WD. If you have right default enabled, go to Go All Controller WD. You're going to be shown 5 animator controllers, 6, I'm sorry. And you want to go back to your avatar with these open. Look for playable layers. If you do not have these open, you can click to enable new actions for the playable layers. What you want to do is you want to drag the Go All setting to the setting area, the Go All action to the action area, and depending on your avatar's height, either use the 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, or 2.0. My avatar is 2 meters tall, so I'll be using the 2.0 and dragging into the base. To figure out how tall your avatar is, if you don't know that already, go to the left top of your screen, go to Game Object, 3D Object, Cube. Set the position all to 0, and drag the cube so it sits next to your avatar. To duplicate your block, use Control D if your avatar is not tall enough to reach the block. These blocks are 1 meter tall, and they're a really good way to see how tall your avatar is. Mine is closer to 2 meters, so I will be using the 2.0. Next, you want to delete your 2 cubes. Go to your avatar, put up the base layer if you didn't already do it, and then look for expressions. If you already have expressions enabled, it's good. If you don't already have expressions here, click enable, look for your menu, type in menu, and either add the default expressions menu, or if you already have a menu for your avatar, click on that. The same for parameters. What you want to do is go to expressions, click on parameter, look for the controller that is highlighted, click once to figure out how many parameters you're going to be having to add, and go back to go all and look for your GoGo Loco you're going to be using, and going to the parameter. And I would suggest taking a picture of this, as you're going to be using this in just a second. Going back to your parameter, if you forgot how to go back to your parameter, click on your avatar, expressions, parameter. Then you want to add 5 new parameters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear all their names up. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using that photo we took. We're going to be adding new parameters. So we're going to be putting in their names first. You want to make sure this is exactly the right. If it is misspelled, it will not work. So make sure everything is spelled correctly before you continue. After you put in all your names, you want to go to type, change your types to the one that was in the photo, making sure it is exactly the same in the photo and the one you're going to be using. You can see here, this is exactly how it looked in the photo. This is not how it looked in the photo. Please make sure yours look like the photo. After you're done with that, go back to your avatar, go to expressions. This time, click on menu. Here you can see all your avatar's toggles. I do not have any toggles, so it won't be anything here for me. You want to add a new control, add the name. I'm going to be calling it GoGo Loco. Add an icon if you so wish to. I'll be adding the GoGo Loco icon. Let me put type to submenu. Leave parameter open. Go to submenu. And depending on what GoGo Loco you used, you want to use that GoGo Loco's menu. I use go all, so I'm going to be using go all menu. And just like that, you are done. You can now go to your avatar and upload it and test it out if you so wish. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys have any suggestions, join my Discord server, ask me there, and I will do my best to answer any questions or suggestions that you guys have. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.